You're now listening to the Adiel Gorel Show. Each episode I'll bring you the latest news from my discussions with top health and wellness experts so that you can bring yourself into better health. Today on the Adiel Gorel Show.
It will enable you to block the right amount of artificial light at the right time of the day and have full control over your light environment no matter where you are.
So you talk about the three discoveries in science that led to revolutionize our understanding of light. I think you talked about them. But what I wanted to ask you is, from your experiences and your studies, I understand that you guys created a company that has lenses that can help us mitigate all of this in our daily life. Can you talk about this a little?
Yeah, definitely. So when I was sharing my story, at some point I shared that when I discovered about this problem, I heard about blue blocking glasses. So I instantly bought some pairs. And after trying them for a while, I actually didn't experience any of the benefits that I felt on the farm. And I was very surprised and kind of hopeless because I was very desperate to find a solution. And at the time I went on and I started talking to many of my different mentors, asking them, how is it possible? Like, why am I not actually benefiting from those blue blocking glasses? And it turned out that, many of the blue light blocking glasses companies, they block blue light in the same way all day. And there's a major problem in that because the sun is very dynamic. It's as it rises in the east, it moves across the sky and sets in the west. It emits different brightness, emits different color temperature. But not only this, if you were to be outside, you'd be exposing yourself to different amounts of blue light throughout the day, which will reset your circadian rhythm and enable you to either feel optimally awake or ready to sleep in the absence of blue. And the problem is that 95% of the companies that I tried were blocking blue light in the same way all day, which was causing circadian problems as well. And this is what was one of the reasons why I personally didn't benefit from those glasses. So when I learned this, I was thinking of something that we can come up with that could actually imitate the naturally and dynamically moving light in nature. So we came up with a 3-lens circadian technology system that is designed to block different amounts of blue light and enable different color temperatures of light depending on the light that is present in nature at a particular time of the day. And therefore, we came with 3 different technology for the daytime, for the evening, and for the nighttime. And every technology is designed based on the time outside.
So wait, you're saying that, let's take one of those technologies, it can actually sense what the temperature is that we have at a certain moment and apply the filtering effect based on that?
No, not in this way. We've actually done vigorous testing of the spectral distribution of sunlight across the day. And based on this vigorous testing, we were trying to condense it into a 3-lens technology system that will mimic this to the best of its ability. Now, we were asking ourselves, what is the problem that we were trying to resolve? And the problem that we're trying to resolve for people during the day is fundamentally different from the problem that we're trying to resolve at night. Now, there's a lot of clear blue light blocking glasses in the market, and they're very, very popular. And those glasses are advertised as a technology that gets rid of blue light and that you would wear it day and night. But this is actually problematic because, well, blue light during the day is actually very rich and it comes in big amounts from sunlight, whereas at nighttime it's completely absent. So we cannot expect to use the same technology for the day and for the night. And if we expect to utilize an efficient technology during the day, we got to ask ourselves, what is the source of our problem during the day? And the source of our problem is the type of light that we expose ourselves to from an LED screen or LED bulb, which is very different from the light that we get from sunlight. Now, why is that? Because sunlight is very rich in the blue, yet it's balanced and proportionate with all the other colors as well. It's a full spectrum emission. Whereas if you ever take a measurement of an LED bulb or a screen, you will see that it peaks at 455 nanometer in wavelength, and it's very deficient in the blue turquoise even, and has barely any orange, red, and so on. Now, the problem with that is that blue light by itself causes degeneration, and blue light is designed to come with all these other colors that are regenerative in nature, and together they balance each other out. Whereas when we are indoors exposed to LED bulbs during the day, we want a technology that reduces this 455 nanometer frequency while not eliminating blue light, because technically if we eliminate blue light during the day, that's problematic. We're gonna get sleepy, drowsy at the wrong time of the day. And therefore our daytime technology was born and is designed to reduce the 455 nanometer frequency and making it more proportionate and balanced with the orange, yellow, and green light without eliminating blue light.
So that's the blue. What about the other two?
So the evening and the nighttime glasses, let's talk about that. So let's say you went on and you saw the sunset and you come back home. The problem is that most people are being stimulated with another sun, which is coming from artificial light devices. And this light after the sunset is going to confuse our brain about the time of the day again, and it will suppress melatonin production, growth hormone, and all these biological processes that prepare us for rejuvenation. So we were thinking of a technology that will enable us to filter those harmful frequencies after the sunset, yet still allow us to function without feeling too sleepy. Okay, so we went on and we were studying the color temperature of twilight and the fire, which comes at around 1900 kelvins. And we worked vigorously with optic experts in British Columbia to mimic this color temperature in our evening glasses. And therefore, those glasses, they block all of the blue, yet they keep enough green so that you can still function in the evening while not feeling too sleepy. And it's very much like trying to imitate that feeling around a bonfire. I mean, how would you feel around a beginning of a bonfire? You probably feel, you have enough energy to cook, dance, and socialize with your friends, yet you feel you wind down and you relax. And, yes. And this is the idea behind the evening glasses.
And the night ones?
Now, the nighttime ones it represents kind of like the end of the bonfire when the wood turns into amber coil. And by this time, you're probably feeling extremely sleepy, drowsy, and cozy and ready for bed. And they have been engineered to block all of the blue, all of the green, up to 570 nanometer. And not only this, there's a great feature in these glasses, which is almost not present in any other glasses in the market, is that they are designed to reduce brightness up to 20 times, and therefore giving our brain the full impression that it's dark outside, which is actually true.
Okay, so now a couple of things. Before we go on, and I want to know more about these phenomenal glasses, because that sounds quite interesting to me, I'd like to ask you, in our homes, would it be more beneficial if we replaced LED lights with the old-fashioned, the incandescent lights?
Okay, so technically, if you look at the spectral curve of an incandescent bulb, it's full spectrum in a way where there is continuity in its emission. It looks like a candle, but with a much higher brightness. And the incandescent bulbs have a color temperature of 2700 kelvins. Now, while this is much better than cold LED lights, which are very, very high in the blue and the green, these incandescent bulbs are not still an ideal solution for nighttime, because I've seen some studies showing that around 2 hours of exposing ourselves to incandescent bulbs after the dark is going to cause a delay shift in our circadian clock for about 30 to 45 minutes every single night. Now, if you add up this time night after night, it's going to start to become problematic, because your body is thinking that it's 6 a.m. in the morning while it's still 5:15. And this delay is being caused every single day. So while incandescent are much better than LED cold light, they are still not an ideal solution, especially when they are positioned in an overhead light position.
What about many people work hard during the day? In the evening, they might have to deal with kids, stuff like that. Then they finally relax and unwind and watch something on television. They watch a series. Let's say they don't even watch the news, because the news itself will yeah. But let's say they watch some nice movie. Well, what does the TV, especially these days? Let's take a good one. Let's take like an OLED. What kind of light does it give off? What kind of effect, does it have when watched, at night?
Yeah, definitely. That's a great question. So OLED TVs, they emit a light at 6,500 kelvins. Now, what does that mean to the public? 600,500 kelvins is the color temperature of sunlight at 12 noon. And technically, the problem with that is we are coming to live in a modern environment where we live in regulated temperatures, and we are living in a 6,500 kelvins color temperature day and night, signaling to our body that is 12 noon summertime all year long, and that we are supposed to be doing one thing rather than the multitude of self-healing functions that nature has equipped us with. See, mitochondria is a very intelligent creature, and throughout the 1.5 billion years of evolution, it relies on light frequency to orient itself around the time of the day, but not only this, the time of the season. And this is very important because people living in Canada, they truly suffer in the winter. And one of the reasons why they truly suffer in the winter is because their mitochondria is thinking that they are in Mexico and that it's 12 noon summertime during the winter, when it's actually not, when it's freezing outside and the bear is fasting and sleeping. Now, when the bear is fasting and sleeping, we are also supposed to be fasting and sleeping more. And if you look in nature, we are probably the only animal that gain weight in the winter and loses weight in summer. Every other animal loses weight in the winter when it's darker outside, and gain weight in the summer so that they have enough fat to burn fat during the winter time. Because when we think of winter and nighttime, that's the time for us as human beings to naturally burn fat. We are designed to naturally burn fat as we sleep. And when people go and watch television before sleeping, they're actually destroying these mechanisms. And we have a hormone called leptin, which is stored in fat tissues. And leptin gets released after every meal to signal to our brain that we are feeling full, okay? Now, leptin rises at night when it's complete dark outside and when melatonin rises. And when we go and watch television, we actually destroy the leptin from traveling into the brain. And when leptin goes into the brain, it upregulates our metabolism. So it literally increases our ability to burn fat at night. And it also makes us feel satisfied and makes us feel, not craving foods at night. Now, if you notice that most people will have food cravings at the same time every evening around 10 p.m. while watching this series on a television. And the reason why is because they are being exposed to the wrong frequencies of light, and they are disturbing all of these mechanisms. Leptin is going down. Ghrelin, the hunger hormone that usually peaks in the morning when we expose ourselves to blue light, goes up and we start having all these carbs and sugar craving at night. And the worst case scenario is that we destroy our ability to burn that fat at night when we're sleeping.
So to summarize that little point, watching TV at night is not really recommended.
I mean, if someone wants to still watch TV at night, I highly recommend that they put high quality lens technology system like the ones VivaRays has designed.
Okay. So let's go back, to VivaRay. We have viewers of the show right now watching this and saying, no way, I'm not giving up my series. I love my series. I watch it at the end of the. So if they use the VivaRay glasses, the night ones, will it be the night one?
Yes, technically it will be the nighttime. Now it also depends, right? If they're living in Canada, it's 4 p.m. The sun is setting at 4. That's when they put the evening glasses from around 4 till 7 or 8, depending on their lifestyle and depending on how much they're gonna get done in the evening. And then afterwards, if they aim to sleep at 10 p.m., I recommend to people putting the nighttime glasses around 8 p.m. so that they have 2 hours of perceived complete darkness in the brain, raising their melatonin level and their growth hormones so they can access better sleep.
Okay, so never mind whether you live in Canada or not. You say use the night glasses from 2 hours before you plan to go to bed. Use the evening glasses from around sunset where you are until you start using the night glasses. Use the day glasses in the daytime. Now, I understand, of course, you look at me and you see
100%.
Okay, so I'm wearing glasses already now. I understand you have something that I know it sounds very, very nerdy, but you do have a clip on, right?
Yes.
So that's good to know. However, I think you also have something that's like a 3-in-1 clip on. Can you explain about that?
Yes, definitely. I'm putting the daytime glasses right now. So technically
Very
the
cool,
problem,
very cool.
the problem is that for a year or so, many of our clients needed to buy 3 different frames for 3 different times of the day. And this could get a bit complicated, especially if you're traveling and you're needing to carry 3 different frames around, which is not very practical. So we're thinking of a solution, and we came up with the clip and go technology, which is a technology where you can seamlessly transition from one lens to another without needing to change frames. And it will enable you to block the right amount of artificial light at the right time of the day and have full control over your light environment, no matter where you are. And again, without needing to change frames.
How does that work? So it's you, okay, so let's say you put the clip on. How will the clip on know to transition from daytime to evening time to nighttime?
Oh no, that's actually a human thing. They gotta transition by themselves. So, but the thing is, they don't need to change frames. They could simply clip this on, and then clip the nighttime on.
Okay, so you have 3 clip-ons, which you put on exactly as you explained. But if you wear glasses, then plus it's nicer to travel with.
Yes, definitely. And for someone like you, Adiel, who wear prescription glasses, we do make prescription glasses. And the great thing about the clip and goes is that you finally also don't need to buy 3 different frames in prescription, which could get very expensive. Rather, you'll buy the base frame only in prescription, and that you have the evening and the nighttime glasses clipping onto the base frame without needing to get.
Now, if you just buy your own glasses, will the clip-on fit them, or does it have to fit only on a certain type of glasses frame?
Yeah, so as you can see over here, those clip-ons are quite special in a way that you can never tell that they are clip-ons. So they don't look like the usual kind of like obvious, a bit ugly clip-ons that sometimes people use. But for this to happen, they gotta they gotta be matched on these frames that we designed. So they cannot clip onto another frame with a different dimension.
Okay, so it has to be your exact frame. What happens if I like my glasses, I get one of your clip-ons, what is it gonna do? It's not gonna fit very well?
Yeah, technically, it's not gonna look as good and it's not gonna be as convenient when you wear it, because we've tested this out with so many people, and for people to be encouraged to go out and put their glasses and stay consistent with this, because consistency is circadian rhythm is key. You just don't want to put the glasses for one night and then forget about them for 2 nights and then come back, because the light in nature is very consistent and it moves in an orderly manner. The sun changes, few minutes every day. And to maintain a healthy circadian rhythm and a healthy sleep, when we start using these glasses, we want to maintain consistency. And when the glasses are ugly and people are not satisfied with how they look, they probably won't be as consistent. And if they have to hang out with friends, they start not wearing the glasses. So this is why we're also focused on making sure that those glasses look beautiful, look cool, and that people will be more encouraged to wearing them outdoors. And we're trying to get people to get to a point where it's crazy enough that in our world, people wear sunglasses all the time. And we got into a point where it became normalized to block the healing frequencies of sunlight wearing these goggles outside, and we made it so normal. So how can we reverse this and start blocking the alien sun, which is the artificial light, rather than blocking the sunlight, while making this more cool and more regular, just like sunglasses are nowadays?
So now to summarize, if somebody has a prescription, they will get in touch with your company, send the prescription maybe from their optometrist or something like that. You can mill those lenses and they will be what? They will be just neutral, or they will already be, the daytime or the nighttime. How does it work?
So if someone has prescription and they're looking to order the clip and go glasses, all they need to do is upload their prescription on our website, and we'll technically process the prescription for them in the base frame, which is the daytime frame. And all they need to do is to clip on the evening and the nighttime onto the base frame. So they'll be seeing through the base frame, which is their prescription, and they'll have the evening and the nighttime clipping onto the base frame.
Very interesting. Well, Roudy, there's a lot more I would like to know. We may bring you up for a follow-up interview when you have better, connections. But still, we learned a great deal, and thank you very much for being here. I know that I'm going to try it on for sure. So very much appreciated that you were on the show, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the future. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Adiel.
Thank you for joining me today for the second part of our amazing interview. If you didn't catch part 1, don't miss out. The link is in the description below for you. And be sure to click the subscribe button for more videos.